Good morning, everyone. This is Rishi Brandon Stafford with ExpeditiousFool.com, putting mindfulness in motion. And this is another channeled message from Spirit, so let me go ahead and get out of the way. One of the big frustrations for many people on their spiritual path is, if God's real, why can't we see it? Right? If God's real, why can't we see it? The other frustration they have is that surrender piece. Right? Why do I have to surrender? I'm great on my own. Why do I have to bow down to another God? That happened due to a lot of religious trauma. People saying, what they were doing and saying was holy when it wasn't. So we have those two things going on. But the ego has to die, because the ego is the individual identity, right? The ego has to die in order to recognize and realize, in yoga, your true self, or in others, realize God. Your ego has to die. You have to surrender in that way, because that's your individual identity. The reason why you can't see God is because God's body is made up of everything around you, including you. So you do see God. You're just not perceptive enough or receptive enough or open enough to realize that that's all God. You don't want to acknowledge that that's all God, admit that that's all God, but it is. So we have to do practices to open ourselves up to finally admit that it was all God to begin with. We see God because God is everywhere, but we don't get to see God as we want God to be. We see God as God is. So that's something to think about. But that ego has to die, because that is your individual identity. So you're looking at it too close. You have to back up before you can see the whole picture. That's what spirituality asks you to do. I hope that this helps give you a little different perspective. I hope that it clarifies some things for some folks, gives you a different viewpoint of looking at it. If you ever want to schedule any sessions with me, by all means, please send me a message. I'd be more than happy to take you on as a client. Have a great day on purpose, and stay mindful, everyone, and continue removing those obstacles. Namaskar.